Happy Saturday! I'm back. Did you guys miss me? I miss doing weather, surprisingly. I like doing weather all the time. We should know this at this rate. Alrighty, so I'm in a good spirit, good mood today. Alabama win, roll tide. But let's focus on the weather. It's hot. There's no shocker there. We're still seeing a couple of low end 90s at the moment. Lots of us are in the upper 80s though, and that'll kind of be the name of the game for the next couple of days. Now, if you are looking at the description here, we do have a possibility for some showers, but don't get your hopes up. It's not going to cool anything off, unfortunately. But not everyone will see showers either. It's only a 20% chance of rain. Max? Hey, friend. All right. There we go. Just had to get Max on board for the day. Alrighty, so tonight's lows should settle into a nice, comfortable 62 degrees. Great patio weather. I know there's a lot of people that are still enjoying lots of football well into the night, so it's going to be a wonderful evening to sit out on the patio or, you know, hang out somewhere outdoors. It is a great night across the board. Lots of us will be mostly clear, pleasant, and then also slight breeze. Not to make it any, you know, that little chilly kind of breeze, but it's enough to give you a nice passing breeze every now and again, just to kind of give you something to cool off with just a little bit. So we'll see these lows in the mid and low end 60s for a good portion of our week. As we go through the next couple of days though, rain chances will be few and far between. We do have a couple that will pick up, especially for tomorrow. Now, this particular model run that I'm about to show you was a little heavy on the rain chance, but it's the only one that's going by the time rates in the timeline I'm looking at for rain chances. So this is starting at 6 a.m. for your Sunday. If you are getting out early for church and heading out the door early for your Sunday morning, it's going to be nice and comfortable, still in those mid to low end 60s. Some areas will warm up quicker than others. Now, Huntsville says 69, and I don't really think we'll be there at that point. We'll be around 66 or so. Might just be running a little warm. But as we go through the morning, we'll start to see some of those, Max, catch up. All right, there we go. We'll start to see some of those rain chances further west, and it's going to be most of our Tennessee communities that will see these rain chances. You can see here that it's very isolated to that area. Could pass over into Lauderdale County, parts of that county around the Florence area specifically. We'll see maybe a passing shower just before 8 a.m. You'll notice we keep a light breeze under about 5 miles per hour for most of the day. It starts to get a little heavier as we go to the 8 and 9 o'clock hour. I should have put a stop there for you, but let's see if it lets me go. Oh, it's going to take me all the way back. Just kidding. Okay, so let's watch that one more time. So this is from 8 a.m. and then you'll notice heavier chances just before the 8, 9 o'clock and even 10 o'clock hours. We'll start to see that pass through, and it looks like it's coming off of a larger set of showers moving through Tennessee, mainly middle Tennessee. Looks like we're just getting some of the residual downfall from that's moving south. So it's not going to develop here. It's developing well before it gets to us. We're just getting the residual back half of those showers that, as you can see, don't really last very long. It's about an hour or two of rain, and by the time everyone's let out of church, making their plans for the rest of their morning, we'll start to see breeze pick up a little bit. Lots of us in those mid 70s, still rather comfortable around 11 a.m. and rain chances will kind of dissipate once we get to the noon hours. Our high is expected to be around 87 to 88 for tomorrow. It's a hair cooler than today. I believe today's high was around 90, 91. So we'll continue to see a couple of days like that for the next few days out this week. Still in that dry stretch. This doesn't do enough to kind of put a break in it, except for maybe 2 counties getting a decent amount of rain to put a little bit of a break in their dry stretch. But this is normal for this time of year. We do tend to have a week or two of dry weather heading into late September, early October. So we'll start to see some of that change, not this upcoming week, but it should change a little more in the back half of the following week. We'll start to see how that's going to shape into a different opportunity to give us some rain chances. Looking at the rest of your evening, mid 70s all around. We'll have another pretty comfortable night, just a little warmer than expected. We won't really get into those mid and low end 60s for tomorrow night, so it'll be a little warmer than what we are going to see for tonight. So this likes to update right around 4:30ish, I believe, but our humidity outlook is going to be great to comfy for the rest of this week. Since we don't have tons of rain chances to kind of boost our dew point numbers, we're going to keep them in those upper 50s, giving us some comfortable conditions that honestly will just leave some dry days ahead. And the good part about the fact that it's going to be quite warm, with a lot of us dealing with some 90s and 90 plus temperatures in the next couple of days, the good part about it is the fact that with that humidity remaining on the low side, a lot of our feel like temperatures will be just above that 90-degree mark. So it won't be like, oh, it's 92 outside. Well, it feels like 96. Won't be dealing with any of that. We'll have a lot of, it's 92 outside, feels like 93. Not that major of a difference. So that's a good part about dealing with some of the dryness. And here's my little nerd out of the week. Excited to finally see some changes to our drought monitor. Now, we do have some areas that have been added into the abnormally dry area, but we also have some communities that were moderately dry, and they are now back to abnormally dry, which is a change. And then you can see this nice little swirl running from about Coleman all the way up Florence into Anderson. That's back to a normal state of that regular dryness. Now, I would like to see how this week has changed things, because I feel like this is probably going to knock a lot of us back into some abnormally dry weather, but I'll take the change. It looks different, and I would like to see that continue for the next couple of weeks. But this is normal. At least we're not, severe or extreme. This is normal for this time of year. Just a little off kilter with that dryness for us. So we'll be just fine. Looking at pollen though, lots of my allergy folks, me included, we're gonna have some high ragweed grass pollen particles in the air. That's going to continue for the next couple of days. Thankfully, though, we walked it back from extreme. We had a couple of extreme days. I want to say Monday was one of those extreme days, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. Earlier this week was very extreme. But we're finally back down to high, which is good. We'll keep it there for a little bit, but boy, it's going to be tough. We will be dealing with ragweed and grass pollen until, I want to say, typically it's around early October, maybe that second week of October. We'll finally start to see it dip to about a moderate to high level, so it won't be high to extreme. It'll take it down a little notch. I think that's when we finally start to see the major changes, mid-October. Can you believe we're almost like halfway through September? That is so crazy. I feel like September just got here. It's like these months have places to be, Here's what we're looking at for the next 10 days, though. We're going to see a 20% chance of rain for Sunday. So not everyone will see rain, but it will be a good sprinkle amount for those that do see rain. It'll be like maybe 30 to 40 minutes of continual rain, and then it's out for the rest of the day. We're good. By the time we reach 11 a.m., a lot of those rain chances should dry up. So I would say from the 8 a.m. hours to 11 a.m. hours, if you are in those Tennessee counties, you'll definitely see a passing shower or two during that point in time. So you might just want to keep an umbrella on standby here and there. You never know. Just keep it in a purse or keep it in the backseat of your car as you're driving around in the morning. But still an opportunity for rain chances to be in the mix for your Sunday morning. But looking back into the rest of our week, we get into those low end 90s, cloud cover returns. We'll see a good deal of our lows in those mid 60s. Comfortable evenings to note for the next couple of days, which is nice. Very nice and convenient, especially as we get ready for a lot of the fall activities that are starting to ramp up around the valley. So if you have some plans for each and every day, maybe even something so simple as just running to go grab groceries. I'd rather grab groceries in nice weather than extremely warm weather or extremely cool weather. I'd rather it be nice and temperate. So Mostly sunny for most of our week ahead. We do start to see rain chances fall back into the forecast by Thursday and Friday. And it'll probably be, looking at our models, they're still fighting for some consistency. But I'm seeing a lot more of the same pattern from Sunday, from what we are picking up. It looks like it's going to be pretty similar, that it's a very small portion of our communities that see showers at a heavier rate than others. And even still, those are just going to be some passing showers, not expecting thunder, not expecting anything beyond maybe drizzle or, steady rain for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then kind of moves on, makes its way past. Looks like it's a weak boundary that's moving through by that point as well. So it will kind of push us into the upper 80s just a tad, but not enough for us to really notice a major difference. It's enough to notice it's a little cooler, but not a major difference. We're just going to go from 93 to about 89, 88. So not a major difference, but just enough to note that it's a little comfy outside. So getting into this time next week, we'll have some possible showers. We're still trying to look out to see what Saturday's gonna bring. It looks like it's gonna be more dry than not, but there is a possibility that we could see another 20%. But by the time we get into that following week, that boundary will keep us in those upper 80s. So we're not going to see a complete drop off like we did a couple weeks ago. That brought us from 92 all the way down to 82. Won't see a major drop. It looks like it's just going to be a steady decline, getting us to at our lowest point of about 86. So nice and comfortable for the next couple of days. This is just an opportunity for you to keep your umbrella on standby, rather be safe than sorry, and even still isolated at best. So, for example, with tomorrow's rain chance, if you're in the, the Jackson, DeKalb County area, Coleman, those areas won't really see rain chances. So no umbrella on standby for you. But if you're near Florence, Lauderdale County, it looks like some of those rain chances want to push into Limestone and Madison counties as well. Those are the folks that it's a toss-up. It's just be rather safe than sorry, because the main cluster of rain chances that we're seeing for tomorrow are remaining far north into the Nashville, Hendersonville area. It looks like it's going to be Middle Tennessee at best. So we're really just seeing the kind of outflow of these showers. So not dealing with the main focal point of the showers, just the outskirts of it that's going to bring a passing shower or two throughout the area. So tune in tonight at 5, at 10 if you need a refresher on your forecast, or you just want to double down and be 1,000% sure on the forecast. Just a reminder, we are in the thick of football season. For those that may not have tuned in here lately, no 6 on Saturdays. And I'm also saying that for myself because I am still getting used to the schedule. But we'll have a lot of football coverage going on tonight, and then more football coverage tomorrow. We're in the thick of it. Happiest time of year for me, now through like January. I love the holidays, and I consider football as part of the holidays. But at a serious point here, though, be sure to tune in tonight on our 5 and 10, and then tomorrow I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, and we'll talk again, seeing how those rain chances held up overnight. I feel like I should have a better grasp too with our models closer to our 10 o'clock show. I have a better idea of what that's going to look like for all of us by that point. So with that being said, I hope your team wins. Hope you've had a great day. Hope you're enjoying the beautiful weather. If you haven't gone outside, take a minute. Go outside. Watch maybe a quarter of the game on an iPad, on your phone. It is gorgeous outside. It's bearable. And we'll see a lot of that throughout this week too. I know 93 is like, geez, it's hot, but it's bearable because we don't have to deal with that humidity that we're so used to when it gets to be around June, July, and August. So it's very nice, warm, not killer warm, but still warm. Yeah, just enjoy the gorgeous weather. We'll continue to see it for a good couple of days. If you haven't made any outdoor plans, make some outdoor plans. Get some vitamin D. Alrighty, with that being said, Have a great rest of your evening. We'll be on in about 10 or so minutes, and I'll see you then. Have a good one.